I guess the idea for this thing really kind of came up out of a few different questions that coalesced in my backyard one summer. One of them was how to make the most of this incredible material, these giant slabs of wood that were bigger than anything I'd ever worked with. Another one was how to engage my kids in some sort of fun building project where we could work with tools and we could build something that was fun to play on afterwards. And it was something that I'd done with my dad, and I was looking to repeat it with my kids. And then we had this beautiful backyard, and I really wanted to find something that was going to take it to the next level, something that was unique and big and special. And then in the background of all this was this idea of playing out there in the backyard, and what is play, and sort of the exploration of this idea of working out different challenges and problems with the physics of the materials, as well as between us as people trying to kind of work it all out. And this kind of was the larger play that I think was at play. These things were giant slabs of wood. They weighed almost 200 pounds apiece, and they had sticking out of the ends of them all manner of screws and nails and staples, and they were completely coated in concrete dust where they had cut these floor joists out of the existing building and just used them for concrete forms. So this is great. I've got my kids excited. I'm excited. The scope of this thing is ginormous, and now all I have to do is figure out if it's possible. So this is the part where I start scratching my head in front of a piece of paper and a calculator, and hoping that I haven't made some drastic, life-altering error that will result in a half-ton of lumber in someone's lap. So after hours of scrubbing and hosing and re-scrubbing and pulling screws and nails and pins and staples, we got the boards in a place where we were ready to kind of assemble them. And we dug a trench about 7 feet long and 3.5 feet deep and a couple feet wide, and we filled it with lumber and rebar and about 20 bags of concrete, and stuck the uprights in that and leveled everything out. And we had something that we could climb on. First rides were pretty splintery. No seats, no foot pegs, no ladders, just a shimmy up a raw board to sit on the end, and then gripping, hoping you don't fall off. I was helping clean David Yearsley's workshop, and I came across an old set of gouges for wood carving, and Elizabeth graciously gifted them to me. And I'd always loved the idea of carving something. I'd never really tried it, and when I brought these home, I was kind of considering, like, what should I use? What should I carve on? What should my first piece be? And my mind went to these incredible slabs that we were using for the See-Saws. And the more I thought about it, the more I knew I had to try and see if I could carve something in one of these pieces of wood. One of the ideas that occurred to me when I was thinking about was the idea of our history and the ecology and us as people and our communities and our cultures and our cultural artifacts and everything that we sort of leave here, and everything that the earth has left here in this place. It sort of ties us to this place. And so I started thinking about how the Petaluma River Valley over the years has changed, and with its change, has sort of marked our progress, and the Earth's progress, and the ecology's progress. And so I was thinking about that, and I was also thinking about how the seesaw, turned up on its side. Looking at it from the side, it looks like three canvases. It's like a triptych. And if you consider both sides of the seesaw, it's 6 canvases. And so I decided to break this 30,000 years in the Petaluma River Valley into these 6 canvases. When it came to the subject matter of the carving, these ideas have been tumbling around in my head with Rivertown Revival and with Friends of the Petaluma River and its mission of turning towards the river, and its mission of reconnecting people with the history of this place. It felt like a natural extension of my deepening connection to the town through this event. And I don't know, there's something about all of those things together, and the people and the ecology and the history, and I think that it really helps calibrate our internal guidance systems and kind of gives us a strong sense of home, and maybe ultimately makes it easier to go further from home and take risks knowing where home is.